Coming to you live from a junk room someplace west of Tatooine, it's not necessarily Star Wars news, with your host, the Junkman.
Good evening, everyone. It's the Junkman back with not necessarily Star Wars news, where we give you the best of Star Wars news of the week, but not necessarily just Star Wars. We're going to give you movie news, pop culture news, fan mail, and toy news. Let's not waste any more of your time, and let's get started. The trailer for the VR Star Wars Darth Vader game has been released. Let's take a look.
Happy Life Day.
I do mean Happy Life Day.
Ooh, I can't wait to VR my eyes on that. The new episodes of the Clone Wars are going to be 22 minutes long each. In Star Wars terms, that's still less than 12 parsecs. We're rolling today. Elijah Wood's voice can be heard on an upcoming episode of the new Star Wars television series, Resistance. In other news, Family Ties actor Scott Valentine says his voice will be heard over the Walmart PA system at the Pensacola, Florida Walmart. Gotta have a Scott Valentine joke, right? Titles for some upcoming Star Wars Marvel comic books have been revealed, and they are Age of Republic, Age of Rebellion, and Age of Resistance. Missing from this list was the one I was hoping to see, the one that takes place a few years after The Phantom Menace, about Anakin Skywalker and Padme's love affair, called Age of Consent. Titles for an upcoming Star Wars comic... Oh, read that one already. DC Comics has released a new comic book of Batman which shows his penis. I guess this gives new meaning to the title Dark Knight Rises. Quick, Robin, to the bat pole! I could go on all day with penis jokes. Hopefully this will bring in a new mature era of comic books where we'll get to see the penises of Superman, Green Lantern, and other DC superheroes. But please not Aquaman. That water's really, really cold. Know what I mean? You guys know what I mean, right? DC has released a new series of Batman comic books that show the Batman... Oh, damn it, did it again. Venom actor Tom Hardy says he hopes Venom can cross over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In other news, Family Ties actor Scott Valentine said he hopes that Family Ties returns to our universe sometime soon. Please, God, bring back Family Ties! A new trailer for the X-Men spin-off Dark Phoenix has been released, and the filmmakers say this will bring X-Men into space. You bring us a new ground there, Fox. Hot Toys has released their images of the upcoming, very impressive Princess Leia Bespin figure. Sadly, still no word on a Ivanka Sawyer Hot Toys figure. Maybe one day. I wonder who gets that joke. Hot Toys has released images of the upcoming... Oh, did that again. Sorry about that. Hot Toys has released images of their upcoming Princess Leia Bespin action figure. Sadly, still no news on a Veronica Sawyer Hot Toys. That one sounds familiar. And real news this week. Nope, I'm not going to touch that one.
It's time for News from the Fandom.
Sadly, the news of the fandom this week is a sad one. This week, we lost Star Wars producer Gary Kurtz. If you're not for sure who Gary Kurtz is, he's like the fifth Beatle of Star Wars. He did a lot for Star Wars, especially for A New Hope, where if it wasn't for Gary Kurtz, we wouldn't have the Star Wars we know today. Carrie fought with Fox to get a bigger budget, and then in 1976, before the release of Star Wars, Gary took the film to small science fiction conventions, where it helped science fiction fans get on board for Star Wars. He later went on to help Lucas produce The Empire Strikes Back, but sadly Lucas and Gary had a falling out before the Return of the Jedi. But Gary Kurtz is one of the most important figures in Star Wars history. And this paper toss is for you, Gary.
And now it's time for the Junkman to answer viewer mail.
Today's fan mail comes from Don Herbert from Overlook, England. And Don writes, Dear Junkman, you always talking about Star Wars. Star Wars this and Star Wars that. But come on, Star Wars can't be the only movie you like. What is another movie that the Junkman likes? Well, Don, that's a really good question. As you can look around and see, I really do love Star Wars. But you're right. There's other movies I like, and probably my second favorite movie has nothing at all to do with Star Wars, other than maybe they're both science fiction films. But this movie's a little rarer as it didn't really play in the United States, and a lot of people out there probably don't know of it, so maybe if you didn't know about it, you can check it out. And it's a science fiction movie called The Man Who Saved the World. Again, a movie very totally different than Star Wars. You can tell from the title alone that this is a very exciting movie about a man that saves the world. I could sit here all day and tell you all about how great this movie is, but I think it'd be best if I just showed you a scene from the film. Then you'll see how great this movie is. Let's take a look.
It's time to attack Earth. Warships, stand by for my orders.
The base is rising. I'm rising too. Murat! Be careful, they're closing in. I'm going down. Ah! Look out behind you! Thanks, pal. Be careful, they're coming. Great shot, well done. Woo! Don't that one look great right there? Let me tell you, man, nothing like Star Wars right there, man. Check it out, The Man Who Saved the World.
This has been Answers to Viewer Mail. Please send your questions to Junkman Answers, P.O. Box 2520, Maple Plain, Minnesota 55248, and please, no emails or faxes.
Well, that's about does it for this week. Again, another really short week on news. Sorry again, but come on, Lucasfilm. Can't you release a trailer for Episode 9? Can't you give me something to talk about? Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, check us back next Friday for Not Necessarily Star Wars News, where we give you the best of the week of Star Wars news, pop culture news, movie news, toy news, fandom news, and fan mail. Hit the subscribe button below, and to support this channel, go over to Patreon. That link's in the description below also. Or go to StarWarsJunk.net and buy some shirts. Until we talk again, this is Audrey Lee with Kisbeat!
And that's what happened this week in Star Wars. Join us next Friday for more news from a junk room far, far away.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.